And pitching in this game, Brandon Pfaadt. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Ready to go here. This is Bryce Terang.
Number 2, Bryce Terang.
And the home opener is underway. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. That one fouled off. Man at second. This one in the air right field. Tatis really on his horse for it. And there's one down. So digging in, Jackson Chourio. On the ground. To first, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, left fielder Christian Yelich.
Nope, ball 1.
Terang at third with 2 away. And now 2-1.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that. Take your walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A 2-run blast. And the Brewers had the lead. It's 2-0. So 2 down, digging in, Julio Rodriguez.
Oh.
That just misses. And that's ball 2. Now he breaks his bat. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Absolutely bang bang at first. Made his speed really work for him right there.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll do it. Back here in the desert and taking the ball for Milwaukee, Garrett Cole. Chris, what are you looking for from him? Mike Trout stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Next
Nope,
pitch
that's low.
downstairs, and that's ball one.
Ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Got him. One up, one down.
Batting second. Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Fastball for a strike. That one lifted to left. Yelich should have this one. Takes it in for the out. And there are two outs. Here's Joe Adele. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Gets him to chase after that one. Right back to him on the mound. Play made. That ends the inning. Back here at Chase Field, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. This one in the air, right field. And there's one down. Just missed. Rengifo in his 7th season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela.
Oh.
That one ripped left field and makes the grab. Out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-2. Popped up first base side. Brings it in, and that is that. Bottom of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Francisco Lindor. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back. And it's off the wall. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. And they put the tag on him for the out.
That's a ball. Yes.
This one in the air, right field. Chourio on the move. Can't get there. This one lands foul. The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting sixth, right fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Now here is Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Yelich settles underneath it. And that ends the inning. Back here in the desert, here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang.
Ball.
That one ripped. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate.
What a stop. Glove flip for one to first. Double play. Nicely done. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a ground ball. Out number 3. Back here at Chase Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Peyton Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Well, these Diamondbacks, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
1-2 here. Out towards right center field. Chourio moving under this one. One down.
That swing early approach we're talking about just hasn't paid off. So I think they should take a deep breath, step away for a moment, and avoid giving up any more quick outs.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
First base.
Batting ninth, third baseman.
Man at first. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Ildemaro Vargas. Vargas tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. He held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. And down on strikes. 2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder, Mike Trout.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
There's a swing and a miss. Got him swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Christian Yelich.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And it's even up. Foul ball there. That one drilled left field. Carrying well. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. In the air, right field. Tatis under it. And there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Sal Frelick. Fly to left his first time.
That's the ball.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4.
Nope, that's away.
On a line out towards center. Trout takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Waste no time there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Rengifo batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. In the air to left center, and it falls. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back base hits. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Oh, great stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Ketel Marte. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 1. Up the middle, Ortiz. Sends it to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, designated hitter, Joe Adele.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy.
And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Back here in the desert, here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang.
Well, these Brewers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
No, that's a ball.
In the air, center field. Trout settles under this one. 1 away.
Ball.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. This one in the air, right field. 2 down. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. And that eats him up.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
No.
Chourio off of first with 2 away. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his.
Pulls it in to end the inning. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
You know, these D-backs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Just missed. That one's in there, and the count is 3-1. Late on that fastball. Stays alive.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit. These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Nope. Ball one.
The Brewers leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. In time to Vaughn. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. And the batter now, Pavin Smith. That's a hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning. He was plunked in his first trip to the plate. Fouled off left side. Swings and misses. 0-2.
Ball.
That's a
inside.
really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
No, that's a ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. All set for the top of the 6th. Leading off, Andrew Vaughn. Swing and a ball popped up. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers.
Oh.
And that one is lifted in the air. That gets down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the.
This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 7-0. So 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Dylan Dingler. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. That one inside, and that is ball 1. Tap foul at the plate. Here's a 1-1.
Whoa.
That's down and in. And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So all down the line.
Number 67 on the pitch here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game. He's clearly trying to work him away here, both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, Ildemaro Vargas. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
That one in there to Mike Trout. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. One out man at first. Now up next for Arizona, Ketel Marte.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
For the Diamondbacks, designated hitter, Joe Adele.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
And they'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Vargas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Got him swinging. Back here in the desert, top of inning number 7, Christian Yelich. Up now for the Brewers. This to center field. Trout on his horse. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Up next for Milwaukee, center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Base hit center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
That's back-to-back singles for him. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Freely in the box now. No balls and a strike. On the ground right side. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Back-to-back singles, just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
That one fouled off.
Oh.
Line drive. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's 7-0.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Carroll takes it in for the out. 2 away. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this.
Line drive, base hit. Coming around third is Frelick. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 9-0. Back to the top of the order. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 1-2.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swings through him for the K. They limit the damage here. Back here at Chase Field, bottom of the 7th, Francisco Lindor stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Craig Yoho gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters. He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that line.
Swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. Swing and a miss at a slider. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the seventh.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at-bat. He's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Out to short, Ortiz. Tosses to first, and they take care of Tatis for the out.
That's the ball.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
In the air, left field. And that's the third out. D-backs at a pair on the homer. We go to the eighth. Here's the Brewers catcher now, Dylan Dingler. And that is out of play. The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike two. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
In the air, left field. Carroll hustling after it. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Man at second. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
The 1-2. Got him. And one out now. Here comes Christian Yelich. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The flip. There's one. Saved at first. They won't get them both, and the runner comes in from third. Now at the plate, Sal Frelick. And that one pulled foul. Rodriguez off of first with two away.
That's the ball.
Next offering misses down and away. Fastball for a strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. And that one is lifted in the air. Trout makes his way towards it. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, Adrian Del Castillo. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez under this one. And there's one away.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Right through there for a strike. Yoho, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2023. The Brewers up big in this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Oh!
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's 2 away. Here's Trout, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Sets him down on strikes. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Back here in the desert. Andrew Vaughn now. So out of the pen for the Diamondbacks, Joe Ross. Into center. And there's 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
For Milwaukee, third baseman Luis Rengifo.
Ball.
The Brewers up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. And that's in the dirt. And the count is 2-0. That one lifted to left. 2 away down. Next to hit, Joey Ortiz. And that one popped to short. Lindor gets under it, and that'll do it. Back here at Chase Field, an outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Swing and a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. Got him swinging. And they're down to their last out. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
In an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take this one in a blowout. 10-1 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.